Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTVNEWS, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of April 9, Ms. Yo Thian Sung, member of the Party Central Committee, 18, a resident of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, visited and worked with Samar International Border Gas Station in Tân Lập Kham Mun, Tam Binh District. Leaders of the province, accompanied by Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Bronzer Party Committee, Chairman of the Bronzer People Council, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Bronzer Party Committee.
On behalf of the Central Delegation, Acting President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân praised the contributions of the armed forces of the Tân Province in general and the Stamak International Border Gate Border Guard Stations in particular in the management and protection of territory sovereignty, national border security, strengthening the blood relationship with the people, and while performing the border defense foreign affairs, consolidating and maintaining a good relational friendship and solidarity relationship with Cambodia, contributing to maintaining a stable, peaceful environment, and contributing to the common development of the country. Emphasizing the importance of the national defense in the new situation and the strategic position of the Tân Province in the socio-economic development, ensuring the national defense and security in the southwest of the country, Acting President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân noted that in the coming time, the Border Guard forces in general and the Stamak International Border Guard Station in particular continue to perform well in forecasting the situation, advise the strategically to superiors in performing their task well, and with some cases closely coordinate with the other forces standing in the area, firmly grasp the situation and forecast the factors affecting political security, social order and safety, especially the crime situation, harmoniously combine economic development, build a strong and clean political system in improving the material and spiritual life of the people in the border areas also, while perform the work of dealing with the border defense and build a strong force, strong enough to perform the task in the new situation. And on the afternoon of April 10, the member of the Party Central Committee, the Ministry of Health and Homeland chaired a national online conference to strengthen disease prevention and control. At an connecting point, attending and chairing the conference, there was Mr. Tu Văn Hùng, Director of Provincial Department of Health. According to a report by the Department of Preventive Medicine, Ministry of Health, recently the number of cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease is more than 10,000 cases, of which the southern region has over 7,500 cases, accounting for 74%. In addition, the whole country recorded more than 14,500 cases of dengue fever, down more than 41% compared to the same period in 2023. Besides, Vietnam still records receiving many cases of disease that have preventive vaccines, such as whooping cough and measles, and the number of cases increased to 2.1 times compared to the same period in 2023 also. In particular, in many localities, the cases of influenza A, of H5N1, H9N2, monkeypox, and rabies. In Tân Province in 2023, the province will have more than 2,000 cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease, more than 1,700 cases of dengue fever, and 3 cases of typhus suspected, of measles, and 1 case of monkeypox. And at the conference, the delegates share about the pandemic situation, the difficulties and challenges, as well as the lessons learned and solutions to strengthen disease prevention and control. Speaking at the conclusion of the conference, the member of the Party Central Committee, Minister of Health and Homeland, suggested that localities need to continue to direct disease prevention and control, mobilizing the participation of the departments, unions, and the socio-political organizations in the prevention of infectious diseases. In addition, the Minister of Health emphasized that localities need to strengthen recommendations and guide the people to implement the personal disease prevention measures and change behavior to improve the health and prevent diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, on April 10th, the Province National Assembly Delegation held a conference to collect the comments on the 2 projects under law on road traffic order and safety and the road law Mr. Hoàng Thị Thanh Thủy, Deputy Head of the Delegation in charge of the National Assembly Delegation of the Tây Ninh Province, chaired the conference. At the conference, there were many conflicting opinions in Clause 1, Article 9 of the Project Law on Road Traffic Order and Safety regarding the regulation completely banning alcohol concentration in blood or breath when driving vehicles. Colonel Trần Văn Luận, Deputy Director of the Provincial Police, expressed his support because it is consistent with the current reality when the road traffic order and safety situation becomes complicated. Only in 2023, in the province of Tây Ninh, the number of deaths from traffic accidents related to alcohol concentration accounts for 30%, of which 70% of traffic accidents involve motorcyclists, and therefore completely banning alcohol levels in blood and breath when driving vehicles will contribute to reducing the traffic accidents. At the conference, delegates also provided comments on the road law projects on investment and construction of roadworks, which is the investment, the new construction, operating, renovation, and expansion of roadworks, financial sources for investment, construction management, operation, exploitation, and maintenance of road infrastructure, and revenue from road infrastructure, the general regulations for expressways also. Concluding the conference, Deputy Head of Delegation of National Assembly Delegation of the Tây Ninh Province, Hoàng Thị Thanh Thủy, acknowledged and appreciated the delegates' opinions and hoped that the delegates would continue to contribute opinions related to the two law projects of road traffic order and safety and the road law. And on the morning of April the 10th, in addition to the consultation to elect additional and replacement members of the committee and appoint the position of chairman and vice chairman of the 10th Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee term of 2019 to 2024, the conference of the 11th Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee has conducted the consultation on the draft contents of documents of the 11th Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Congress term of 2024 and 2029. To discuss, the conference agreed on the draft detailed plan for organizing the 11th Provincial Conference of the Vietnam Phalang Front Committee in term of 2024 and 2029. It is expected that the conference will take place on 2 days from the 15th to the 16th of August of 2024, and with the participation of over 250 official delegates and 150 invited delegates. Speaking in conclusion, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee, Head of Provincial National Assembly Delegation, requested the Standing Board of the Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee to study and receive comments on the content of the projects and the draft documents to be presented at the conference, continue to prepare the contents of the conference documents and conditions to ensure the successful organization of the 11th Provincial Conference of the Vietnam Phalang Front. In particular, the draft political report presented at the conference must objectively reflect the focus of the front's work during the past term, based on the actual situation, forecast, and development orientation of the province to set out goals and tasks to be implemented in the new term that are practical and feasible, consistent with the province's overall development goals. And recently, the Provincial People's Committee issued an official dispatch implementing the management and use of electronic invoices for petroleum business and retail activities in the province. Accordingly, the Provincial People's Committee requested the Department of Industry and Trade, Provincial Police, Department of Information and Communications, Department of Planning and Investment, the Department of Science and Technology, and the Market Management Department to establish interdisciplinary delegations work directly with businesses and petroleum retail stores to grasp the reality of implementing the electronic invoice issuance for each shows the actual technical infrastructure, the level, and the ability to respond. Responding to implementation of electronic invoices for each house of all local gasolines and oil retail stores, work with the businesses to provide solutions for the using of electronic invoices for petroleum business and retail activities. At the same time, promptly wraps the new forms of fraud regarding electronic invoices in general and electronic invoices for petroleum business in particular for the purpose of illegally gaining profits or appropriately state tax money to obtain timely prevention solutions and handling according to the regulations. And according to information from the Department of Industry and Trade, currently calling for investment attraction and operating traditional markets towards socialization still faces many difficulties. The whole province currently has over 109 markets in operation. Among them, most are the right 3 markets, and the market's commercial infrastructure is slow to develop and does not meet the requirements of commercial civilization and the market-oriented development. The number of right 2 markets is still small, concentrated mainly in the cities, towns, and the large towns. And the whole province has only 8 right 2 markets. Many markets in rural areas are currently degraded and do not meet good hygiene and safety requirements anymore. Calling for investment attraction and upgrading of traditional markets from all economic sectors towards socialization and commercial infrastructure development still faces many difficulties, especially in the rural areas, and due to the capital recovery roadmap. For a long time, competition is not high. In addition, the allocation of land funds for commercial infrastructure development in many localities has not been given the attention anymore.
The Rexway project include Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Highway Construction Investment Project and Go Yao Samad Rexway Project Phase 1 is being utterly prepared by the Ninh province for investment procedures. Highway Construction Investment Project Ho Chi Minh City Mobile. The Ministry of Planning and Investment has completed the rough appraisal results of the project, with feasibility study report and consulted the interdisciplinary appraisal board member in documents number 911 dated February 5, 2024. The People Committee of the Ninh province has agreed on the rough appraisal result in document number 463 dated February 16, 2024. Up to now, there are 9 but 11 unified members. Go Yao Samad at Rexway Project Phase 1 from Go Yao to TayNinhTV City. Investors have not completed the project feasibility study report. In March 2024, with the Department of Transport had the meeting with relevant departments and locality to listen to investor and consulting unit report on the route plan and financial plan of the project.
The crimes related to social order and law violation from the beginning of the year until now are still under control. However, the nature and behavior of some criminal groups are complex and tend to increase, requiring many solutions to prevent and reduce it. From the beginning of the year until now, the whole province has 343 social order violations. In particular, criminal groups are increasingly focusing on acts of harming the health, the life, and property of others, such as property theft, fraudulent appropriation of property, intentionally injury and robbery, property, rape, etc. TayNinhTV Police Force has focused on fighting all types of crimes, controlling the crime situation, reducing the murder, robbery, etc. in the province. And in the coming time, the provincial police force will continue to implement crime prevention measures and promptly resolve complex and arising problems. In particular, there will be a strong attack and suppression of all types of crime, especially organized crime related to black credit, murder due to social causes, and property fraud and gambling and dangerous criminal gangs. And ladies and gentlemen, April is the month that businesses will begin to announce their first quarter business results. However, looking at the developments of the stock market and the 2023 financial statements of businesses, experts are skeptical, assessing the prospect of profit growth in this first quarter of businesses as very promising to gain momentum for the next quarters of the year. This is the recently published 2023 financial report of a manufacturing enterprise listed on the stock market. The inventory and receivables items recorded at a growth for up to 18% over the same period last year. This shows a recovery in orders. 2024 plan is growing from 5 to 7% compared to 2023, and it is a relatively optimistic scenario compared to the current actual situation. By the time currently, it is clear that in the first quarter of 2024, we have had a recovery in goods volume and created jobs for the workers. Meanwhile, with the listed companies in the service sector, export manufacturing enterprises, experts believe that business results in the first quarter and the whole year will have a gradual recovery. The low profits of the first quarter of 2023 combined with many macro advantages are the basis for businesses to expect good growth in the beginning of this year. The story of a more positive profit outlook or There are things that are still better from now until the end of the year. For example, related industry groups to export and production such as textile garments and seafood. The gradually clarifying profit picture will help investors evaluate the real potential of businesses as well as challenges in the coming time. However, when profit information is announced, it is often not accompanied by an increase in stock prices. Therefore, during the business result announcement season, investors are advised to manage risks more carefully and avoid buying and selling to change the general market sentiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to meteorological experts, the animal phenomenon has reached its strongest intensity, is weakening and will reach the natural phase. The quickly move to La Nina this summer, the phase transition along with the appearance of the La Nina in the coming months will cause a strong disturbance, and this year's warrant to continue to occur many extreme and anomalous weather events.
And ladies and gentlemen, according to the National Center for Meteorology Forecasting, accounting for the forecast of Hydrometeorological Center, about 80 to 85% of El Nino will end in June, and about 60 to 65% of La Nina will start in July-August, and it is worth mentioning. According to experts, the strongest influence of El Nino is when it weakens and ends. Meanwhile, in the transition period from El Nino to La Nina, the storm and storm are more active in the second half of the storm season, from 8 to 9, 10 or 11, and this feature has a short-term time for 1 to 2 days, so the response and the prevention work is faster and must be faster anymore. The natural disaster caused a lot of damage. According to the assessment, the phase transition this year is similar to El Nino-La Nina cycle in 1999 and 2010. Accordingly, natural disaster in 2010, the temperature was higher than the average for many years, and the light from season less than the average for many years, but the intensity and direction of movements were complicated. Heavy rain bursts in the central region, 6 major floods appear. Implementing disaster prevention plans and plans is regularly continuously updated every year. Localities review the motto for on the spot to work fully seriously. Changing early warning forecasts is a necessary tool. And according to the experts, although these are distant forecasts, one thing is famous certain that the thunderstorms on land and on seas, short-term local heavy rains causing urban waterlogging will appear more, and the coordination of the localities, the consensus of the people in proactively monitoring information, planning and implementing prevention and response measures in the key in disaster risk reduction. And ladies and gentlemen, built and put into use from September of 2023 until now, the stamped library model in the shape of a container at Human Châu Town Primary School Neighborhood School 4 has created a learning environment, healthy exercise for the students and the pupils, contributing to forming the reading habits in the primary school pupils as well as spreading the value of reading. The library, called The Key to Don't, was built in the forms of assembly with an area of 30 square meters, invested with a budget of 120 million Vietnam Dong by the People's Committee of Human Châu Thảo, connected with a strong military sponsor support. When the sponsor visited the school, he once saw the people without a place to read books, and which gave the sponsor an idea is to create a place for the children to read books. And through the process of working with the locality and the school, we have coordinated to call on group members to help build a library like this. And every time library opens, the people usually come to read the books, and for the children, the library is a treasure trove of knowledge, and the key to open the door to knowledge and to the future also. Today I went to the library to read stories and found a story I really like. It's Three Little Pigs. I went to the school library will import even better stories. I go to the library to read books. I feel very happy. I see the library helps the people read more books. The key to the library not only helps the pupils develop reading habits, but also develop reading skill, improve the language skills, communication skill, practice reading skills, understand the text, and one of the important skills that contribute to improving the quality of learning in the schools. Recently, the school hopes that many sponsors will know about this library motto and join hands with the school to develop in literature. Specifically, you can donate books to the school, supporting the school with more books so that the children can enjoy their passion for reading.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.